Hey guys, all right. Quick recap of Real Housewives of New Jersey. Yep, I'm still hanging in there with the housewives. Yeah, they really need to recast Jersey. I'm so sick of Teresa and her family. It's going on 12 years. But anyway, I'm still watching it. So this is season 12, episode 4. And it's something about Shady down to the shore. Shade down to the shore. So this episode starts back with Dolores being all up in Jackie's face. From the previous episode, Dolores and Jackie got into it because Jackie had told Jennifer that Dolores is not a good friend to her. She's not loyal to her. And, Jennifer and Marge, they had a little spat about Marge let it be known to everyone that Jennifer's husband, Dr. Aiden, had cheated on Jennifer before. Although Jennifer tried to go around and make it seem like her marriage is so perfect, she has such a perfect marriage. Her husband is perfect and just perfect, perfect, perfect. Which we all know, well, we should know, nothing in life is perfect. Anything can happen to anyone at any time. But that is not the way that Jennifer was portraying her life. And it would have been all good for her to keep that up. However, she really got onto Marge's case when Marge let it be known about the things she had did in her past. It's like Marge spoke her truth about the infidelity she's had herself, and it was on Marge, the things that she did. Even with her sleeping with her boss, I guess she was trying to say, like, back then it was kind of like a Me Too movement for her back then, because I don't know, she was young, she was naive, and she thought that was something that she had to do with her boss. And as far as her having an affair, it's just something that happened. And so Marge, she wants to get ahead of the game. She didn't want anyone else telling her truths about herself, because once they come on these shows, a lot of their skeletons come out of the closet. So she wanted to put it out there herself. But Jennifer did not appreciate that. And Jennifer, she really looked at Marge like she was scum, and she just went on and about the things that Marge had did, right? And not only that, the incident with Teresa and Jackie, where Teresa was so nasty at Jackie's husband party, and she went around and she spreaded rumors about Jackie's husband sleeping with other women at the gym, at his local gym. And Jennifer, she stood behind Teresa with that nasty rumor. They did not have any proof, did not have any facts. And it was so disgusting that Teresa did that at that man's birthday party. But Jennifer, she was all team Teresa about it, and she even tried to take it further as trying to find out exactly what woman it could have been, like who's at the gym with him. And she didn't care anything about Jackie's family and about their kids finding out this stuff. But now that Marge has put it out, but we know for sure, Jennifer, that your husband did sleep with someone that worked at his medical practice, and now you're all up in arms because you don't want your kids to find out. What about other people's kids? So Dolores and Jackie, they finally calm down, and they come to an agreement, and they decided just to talk like women instead of trying to get into a fist fight or whatever. And then over to the side, we have Jen and Marge, who also are talking things out. And Jennifer admits to Marge that when Marge told her truths about herself, about the infidelities that she's done herself, the affairs, about the thing with her sleeping with her boss, it triggered something in Jennifer. So she claimed that she had forgot about her husband cheating on her until Marge talked about the things that she's done. Girl, whatever. How? Okay. Jennifer, you was just trying to be nasty, and I don't know, you thought I guess you figured that no one was going to know about what your husband had did, and it would have been best for you just to keep quiet, especially if you did not want to get out. And the sad part about Jennifer is that she's carrying on like it's like her husband cheating on her was her fault, and that's the way she pretty much is saying it on the show. And that's the sad part about her, like really sad. Like you should not ever blame yourself about something that someone else did, you know. And she's even concerned that his family is going to look at her as a bad wife, and maybe she wasn't doing something she was supposed to do to keep him from cheating. So it's like she's really taking ownership of her husband sleeping with the pharmaceutical salesperson that worked at his office. So Jackie really felt bad for Jennifer making those statements, and she was like, Jennifer should not be taking that on, and that it's her husband Bill um that's at fault here, and that he shouldn't have been sticking, his thing in and out of other people that he wasn't married to. So of course Dolores want to take that and blow that out the water, and try to make, and she lets Jennifer know what Jackie said around everyone. And so Jennifer's like, oh, that's disgusting for her to say. No, it was disgusting for your husband to cheat, honey. And what Jennifer is doing, what Jackie is doing, Jackie is trying to defend you, not your husband. She's trying to defend you. She's not bashing you. She's trying to defend you. It was your husband's fault. What happened? It happened 10 years ago. Let it go. And it's like, if you want to continue to get mad at everyone making a comment about it, every time somebody says something, you want to get mad all over again, it's going to continue to come up. Just let it go away quietly. He's not the first or last man to cheat. It's unfortunate, but hey, whatever. They even have a scene where Dolores and her kids get together with Frank Sr. and they're going over the house rules. It's where Frank Sr. and the kids are gonna be staying in the house together. Dolores, she has her townhouse that she's rented just to be away from them and everything. And with that, I'm sorry, I'm sitting outside waiting on someone. There's some strange people walking out here. You gotta be safe in these streets, honey. Anyway, so Dolores and her family, they're having lunch, going over the house rules. Let me let my window up. Hold on. Sorry. Anyway, a lot going on. So while they're laying out the house rules, sorry, and I do not want to record this over. But while they're laying out the house rules, one of the main things is that the kids do not, and they're adult kids, but they're telling their dad, Frank Sr., that they do not want him bringing any of his broads to the house because he's pretty loud. So the consensus is that Frank Sr. is a hoe and he's just laying up with any and everybody. So it's kind of crazy or whatever. So that was that part. So then we have where they're all going down to the shore. We have Melissa and Joe have their shore house. We have where Jennifer has her own shore house. We have where Teresa has her own shore house. And they usually all be together, but they spread it out this time for whatever reason. I guess Jennifer's still uptight. Well, I think they bring the kids too, so maybe that's why they wanted more space, because they all end up bringing their kids for this production event, which they try to make it seem like this is something that they put together themselves, but we know this is all production. Anyway, so once they get down to the shore, that's when Dolores is amping Jennifer up about what Jackie said about her husband Bill, Aiden, whatever his name, that he was like, he shouldn't be putting himself in different women. She actually said something totally different. She said he shouldn't be putting his D in different women or whatever. And so Jennifer didn't hear Jackie say this, but Dolores is letting her know that's something that Jackie said. And of course, Jennifer gets disgusted about it, as I mentioned earlier. So this is going to carry on. Really, this season is boring. So I don't know how long I'm going to hang in there. I really want them to recast. And then I guess the main thing on this episode too, towards the end, we have Teresa, who is coming from Boston with her daughter, who's in dance, and her boyfriend, her new boo Louis, He also traveled with them, and so he came, and his family is also there too, which we don't see him on camera. And before they're getting ready to have a cookout at Jennifer's place, Teresa gets a message from Louis saying that I guess he don't want to film, and because so she's trying to turn her mic off because they've been bringing up about the video that he did at some retreat a while ago. This was even before he got with Teresa. This is the whole thing with the skeletons coming out the closet. They find anything to put out about people. So he was on some type of retreat, and it's like where they some type of alpha male thing, and what they do is like confessions and apologies to people, whatever. But people was trying to say that it was weird. It's really stupid. Like, let the man live his life. If that's what he want to do, that's what he want to do. But he let Teresa know he don't want to be filmed, and I guess he's trying to get his family out of filming. And she's like, oh, he doesn't have to. He didn't sign up for the show. And the producer's trying to convince her that, okay, you're on the show, so they're on the show because this is your job. But she's like, well, it's about me. Well, okay, Louis, it's about you too because there's your life. So apparently there's some tiff about him not being on not filming or whatever. So I don't know. I guess that's what we'll go into for the next episode, so to see if he comes on. I hope he's someone genuine for Teresa. But I kind of feel like not. I don't know. I don't know. I don't feel their connection to each other. But we will see what's going on. Oh, and then I'm kind of scattered on this particular episode because I got thrown off track from the person walking around my car in this parking lot. I'm over here by Perimeter Mall. But anyway, also during this episode, which is one of the key things, is that we have Jackie. She goes to a center, a treatment center. We know that she's dealing with an eating disorder, so she goes to a treatment center, and she's there talking to oh my god, I really don't have to record over. She's there talking to one of the lead persons. The title wasn't therapist or whatever. Whoever the person is that does the intake as far as like gathering all of the patient's information. So she was there having a talk with this lady, going over her history about when her eating disorder happened. And it happened when she was in high school. She was heavy set, and she had already joined Weight Watchers, which is it's kind of unfortunate because I don't know. I'm thinking high school. Well, any time of your life, you should be comfortable in your body. Of course, we all need and want to be healthy. Um, Everyone's not going to be small, skinny. Some people will have the weight on, but of course, we do have to make those healthy strides. So she admits that she was into Weight Watchers when she was in high school, how she overheard guys talking about being more into skinny people, and she wanted to be that skinny person. So she's been into this thing ever since she's been young, guys, which is really sad. And I really pray that she gets the help that she needs. So she's talking about how she'll be so hungry, but she won't eat because if she does eat, she's thinking she's going to gain the weight back because she lost a significant amount of weight, and she wants to be small. So then they start going over her medical history as far as how she's feeling. Does she get headaches? Does she get headaches? Does she get dizzy? Any of those type of things. And so she mentions that she has to be careful when she gets ready to stand up, because if she moves too fast, she feels like she's going to pass out, and that she feels that her heart rate is really low. So the person at the treatment center, they let her know that she's going to have to go get some lab work done by her doctor. They're going to have to make sure everything's good with her heart and everything, because since she mentioned something about her heart rate, the person at the center, she stated that once she does get into the eating plan, it can be kind of dangerous, because when you start actually eating, it could cause you to have a heart attack, and there's other things that can happen to you, because since she's actually eating. This is something that her heart and her other organs are not used to. And I was really surprised about that. I don't know much about eating disorders. I don't have an eating disorder. I overeat myself because I just love food. So I need to push back. Not trying to be funny because her thing is serious. So, but really, I don't know about it. So this is something that's interesting, and this is what I like about watching these type of shows. It's like you always learn something, right? So, I would have never thought that just from you starting to eat properly, it could cause you to have problems with your organs and really cause you to have a heart attack. So, Mm, it was something. So I pray that everything goes well for her and that this treatment does help her because with any type of habit that we may pick up, especially if it's something that's detrimental to our health, it's really not good. So I do pray that she overcomes that. Okay, guys. So this is my recap of Real Housewives of New Jersey. We'll see what's coming in the weeks to come. And thank you guys so much for checking out my channel. Leave me a comment if you would like. Click like. Subscribe if you have not. And I hope you guys have a beautiful, blessed day. Thank you. Bye.